Continuing with the first part of our World Youth Day journey, we attended Mass together with thousands of young pilgrims. Come with us as we continue to enjoy our stay in Arcozelo and Porto and partake in the final days of the days in the Diocese.
This is our third day.
Final days and days of the Diocese.
As the days of the diocese were coming to a close, the Bishop of Porto invited all the 61,000 pilgrims staying in his diocese to gather for a Mass. And so early in the morning, our host family drove Victor and I from Arcozelo to Porto and dropped us at the location of the gathering and the Mass. We encountered a few other pilgrims who too were walking down to the site. As we entered the site, the crowd got bigger. We met pilgrims from our group and then walked down to join the rest of our group. There were flags and pilgrims from various countries everywhere. Everyone, including the many bishops, were gathering together and getting ready for Mass. The organizer started with calling the names of countries which the pilgrims represented. There were many.
Canada, Kazakhstan, Croatia, Egypt, Slovakia, España, France, Poland, maybe? Portugal, also?
And then Mass started.
Em nome do Pai, do Filho e do Espírito Santo. Pax vobis. El Señor esté con vosotros. Le Seigneur soit avec vous. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
E o Senhor esteja convosco. O Senhor esteja convosco.
At Mass, the bishop was presented with the youth of Christ. In his homily, the bishop asked us to be influencers and builders of a new world, be tellers of the stories of these days and of parables for today, just like those of Jesus. He then added that when you go back to your countries, go and tell everyone of what has happened here. the Mass ended, a small group of us decided to go and get lunch. As we exited the location, we went through a large crowd of pilgrims and more flags.
Canada.
Pani zkušení, já bych vám rád teď podotknul. Nikdo z vás nemá tušení.
We found a local cafe which was not that far.
So this is the espresso? Okay, we want it with sugar.
Oh, c'est bon.
Okay. There we go.
You guys should just use Google Translate. Punch it in.
We do it all the time.
This is good.
Just as easy to.
Wait.
Andrew, how was the Portuguese Kit Kat?
It was amazing. Chocolate tastes better here.
Were you paid to say that?
I was not paid to say that. You was paid to say that. By who?
We then went back to the location and socialized with the many pilgrims over there. Even Pegasus was there. There was a bit of free time, which was later to be followed with entertainment for the pilgrims. So in the interim, we followed some of the pilgrims to relax at the beach. We also spotted a nearby fort and decided to check that out. The fort had some old cannons and spectacular views of the beach. After leaving the fort, we walked around to see what else was nearby. While others were enjoying themselves with the concerts, and given that this was our last night in Porto, some of us decided to go and find a restaurant which serves the city's famous dish, the Francesinha.
Our last night in Porto. And most of us, to celebrate this, are having Francesinhas. The ones who are not, I don't know what they're having.
Prego!
I don't know what to expect, but it's gonna be interesting.
Feels really great.
Oh,
We
it's
got
like the big steak one.
Prego the something. That's all I know. Cheers!
I got omelette. Literally, that's what it was called, omelette.
Oh, thank you. And had like this like.
Oh, that looks.
Thank you.
Yeah, they ran out.
Oh, obrigado.
And I ended up giving mine too.
As the night concluded, our host family picked Victor and I, and as we drove back to Arcozelo, we stopped to see the Dom Louis Bridge at night. It was our last day in Arcozelo, and we started the day by going with our host family to the beach.
So we're headed to the beach.
We relaxed there and later headed for Sunday Mass with all the WYD pilgrims hosted by the local church.
No, E.
We were then visited by His Grace, Archbishop Richard Smith, who spent time with us and answered any questions we had about the faith.
So in the midst of all that stuff, just be ready and hold that, but pray for the grace to see, right? Everything that happens in life of faith is a gift of grace. So pray for the gift of encountering.
The day ended with festivities and later watching the beautiful sunset at the beach. We then danced and had a very enjoyable night. Arcozelo and Porto really gave us a great and a very memorable experience. The next morning, we were to depart for Lisbon. And at this point, I was wondering, what will Lisbon look like?